Hello everyone, my name is Janice Wiggins and I am the CEO of Grant Me Success and the creator of the Nonprofit Leaders Academy, as well as the Grant Writing Academy. And today we're here to tell you just a little bit about our program. You're going to hear from some of our wonderful leaders and graduates of the Nonprofit Leaders Academy. So excited for you guys to hear about us.
My favorite week was learning about the board. I think that was something that was very interesting between the board and budgeting. Both of them were very interesting to me because you got to know how to bring money into your organization, right? And then I didn't realize how many different functions that the board actually had. My name is Wright. I work for Solutions of Change. We are a 501c3 nonprofit behavioral health organization, and I'm the program manager. And I am a graduate of the Nonprofit Leaders Academy.
So prior to joining the Academy, one of the things that I struggle with is process. I am a hands-on, let's do it, make things happen type of person, and I understand that in the leadership role it's necessary to follow specific processes. So joining the Nonprofit Leaders Academy gave me information on how to make sure that all the ducks were in a row and that I was following through with all of those things. My name is Lakeisha Oliver, and I am the Deputy Executive Director at Solutions of Change, and I am a graduate of the Nonprofit Leaders Academy.
So our Nonprofit Leaders Academy is a 12-week program where our leaders go through and learn a lot about nonprofit operations. We talk about board development, program development. We talk about the mindset of a nonprofit leader, because it really does take a lot for our leaders to grow and develop and mature their agencies and their organizations. We talk about nonprofit accounting and budgeting and many of the things that nonprofit organizations need to have in place to just make sure that their operations run smoothly.
So I signed up for the Nonprofit Leaders Academy as a way to bolster some of my own skills when it comes to nonprofit leadership. Our organization is a nonprofit, a 501c3, and we provide services to the community, and I felt like it would be a good opportunity to learn some new skills that would help our team to be more productive in the community.
So Mr. Brandon Wright is a program manager with the nonprofit organization Solutions of Change. And I met this gentleman about 2-3 years ago, and I'm just so excited to see his growth and his progression and learning about nonprofit organizations. He is an outreach expert, and he just really gets into the community, talks to kids, talks to youth, families, adults, and he's somebody that I can say is really making a significant impact in this community.
Working for a nonprofit organization, I thought it was very important to understand all of the ins and outs of a nonprofit, as far as it goes to understanding grants, budgets, fundraising, and all those different types of things. So I felt the need to take this class in order to learn all of these different things so I can be able to be a leader within the nonprofit sector. One of the biggest things that I've been struggling with in the nonprofit sector is fundraising. Fundraising and budgets and just fully understanding grants, right? We've had a grant writer for our organization, and I felt that it would be interesting to learn those types of things, learn what the grants are about. But the fundraising was one of the biggest struggles that I've had in the nonprofit sector. So learning about fundraising, how to go about it, that was one of the biggest things that I took away from the Nonprofit Academy.
So another one of our leaders is Miss Lakeisha Oliver, and Lakeisha is a therapist here in our community. She is the Deputy Executive Director with Solutions of Change. I've known Lakeisha for about 2 to 3 years now, had the opportunity to work with her and see the passion that she has for the work that she's doing in the space of mental and behavioral health, and helping people to just reach another level of success in their life and overcoming trauma and overcoming different adversities. And I'm happy to see what Lakeisha has learned in leading nonprofit organizations through this academy as well.
Janice is an excellent teacher for me. Janice is an excellent teacher for me because I like details. I don't want to have to fill in the blanks. So Janice will tell you what it is from A to Z all things in between, and you walk away with a clear understanding of what the process is. That was really helpful for me, and I appreciate the way that she teaches.
I like that her teaching style was very similar to her leadership style, which was being very clear and precise with what's going on. There wasn't too many questions left to be asked because everything that she was explaining was very thorough. So one thing that I will say is if I had any questions, she definitely answered them. So I appreciated all the information and leaving feeling like I really learned something.
My favorite topic during the Nonprofit Leaders Academy was specifically about mindset. I am a mindset person. Being in the mental health field, I think that all things come from there, right? We have to have the appropriate mindset. So it was a reminder for me to make considerations for people and their different spaces when it comes to mindset.
Well, I had a few different weeks that were very interesting for me. One of the assignments that we did that I found very helpful was the calendar on fundraising. Just realizing how much time that there is to fundraise throughout the year and all the different techniques that we learned helped me put together this calendar, which is really going to help our nonprofit fundraise as the year goes on. So that was something that I took with me and that I thought was very helpful for the Nonprofit Academy.
The information. The new information that I learned as a part of the Nonprofit Leaders Academy was about getting things in order. So how do you start a nonprofit organization? Fortunately, I stepped into an organization that was already in most of the building phases, and so I was, kind of babied a little bit in that process, but being able to understand all of those steps really helped me get a good conceptualization of what the organization takes to run from the foundation up.
My name is Shiana. I'm the Executive Assistant Client Manager with Grant Me Success, and I'm a graduate with the Nonprofit Leaders Academy. I would have to say that my favorite week was fundraising, and the reason why is because I learned exactly how to fundraise by throwing events, contacting different sponsors, and also reaching out to the major donors.
I would tell someone who's considering joining the Nonprofit Leaders Academy.
I would tell people that it is a great investment, something that you can take with you for life.
Just go ahead and follow your dreams. It's a very successful academy.
Went from the grant writing to the fundraising to the budgeting. It talks about so many different things that are so important.
Take the step to not be afraid. The information is there, and it really helps you get a good idea of what it really is going to take in order to make sure that your nonprofit is successful. So join the class.
Because it really does take a lot for our leaders to grow and develop and mature their agencies and their organizations. We talk about nonprofit accounting and budgeting and many of the things that nonprofit organizations need to have in place to just make sure that their operations run smoothly.